Anime fans, let's be real, some absolute gems slipped right under everyone's radar. These aren't your overhyped shonen blockbusters. These are the underrated masterpieces that deserve your time before 2026 smacks us with another 500 isekai. Number 12, ReCreators. Alright, let's kick things off with ReCreators, the anime that said, what if the characters from your favourite stories suddenly popped into the real world and started throwing hands? Yeah, this show takes meta-storytelling and cranks it up to 11. The premise? Characters from games, anime and manga start appearing in our world, each bringing their powers, weapons and drama with them. But here's the twist, they're not thrilled about how their creators wrote them. One even goes full rebellion mode like, you gave me trauma for plot development, I'll return the favour. The visuals? Straight up cinematic. The fights like watching gods argue on steroids. The only crime ReCreators committed was being too smart for the seasonal anime crowd who just wanted waifus and explosions. If you love deep themes about creation, responsibility and storytelling, with explosions big enough to make Michael Bay blush, this one's for you. Just prepare your brain, you'll need it. This is Emeverse Anime. Watch this video to the end and hit that subscribe button now. Number 11, Vivy, Fluorite Eyes Song. Sliding to number 11, Vivy, Fluorite Eyes Song, or as I like to call it, the anime that made me cry over a singing robot. Wit Studio, yes, the Attack on Titan geniuses, decided to mix AI, time travel and emotional storytelling into a blender, and the result is pure art. Vivy, our blue-haired AI idol, is on a mission to prevent humanity's extinction while learning what it means to have a heart. Yeah, it's existential crisis wrapped in banger performances and jaw-dropping animation. The music, flawless. The action, so clean it makes you question why half the anime industry doesn't just hire wit for everything. It's not your typical robot finds emotion story either. It's brutal, heartfelt, and often painfully human. Honestly, Vivy deserved more love. People slept on it harder than fans waiting for Attack on Titan's final episode. Number 10, To Your Eternity. Kicking off with number 10, To Your Eternity, aka the anime that ruins your and thanks you for it. This show begins with a literal orb that can take the form of anything it encounters. Sounds simple, right? Wrong. That orb becomes a boy, learns pain, loss, and life itself, and you're just sitting there ugly crying into your snacks every episode. The storytelling here is pure soul torture. It's like the writer personally asked, hey, what if we made you love this character, then destroyed them? The animation and world building are stunning, but it's the emotional punch that lands hardest. You'll go from, oh, cute dog, to, oh no, my heart, in seconds. If you thought Made in Abyss was rough, To Your Eternity said, hold my tears. Beautiful, haunting, and criminally underrated. It's the kind of anime you finish and just stare into the void. Number 9, The Faraway Paladin. Coming in hot at number 9, The Faraway Paladin. A fantasy isekai that somehow doesn't start with the MC getting trucked. Revolutionary, right? Will, our protagonist, is raised by 3 undead guardians. A ghost priest, a mummy warrior, and a spectral wizard. Basically a spooky family that puts every generic guild party to shame. Instead of power tripping through dungeons, Will actually learns faith, morality, and purpose. I know, crazy an isekai with character development. The pacing is slower, but it's thoughtful. It's not about flashy powers, it's about growth, belief, and legacy. And while the second season stumbled a bit, that first one, pure world-building magic. It's like Mushoku Tensei had a quiet, spiritual cousin who actually reads the Bible between dungeon raids. If you want a fantasy that hits you with heart, philosophy, and skeleton hugs, The Faraway Paladin deserves a spot in your 2026 watch list. Number 8, Sonny Boy landing on number 8. Sonny Boy, the anime equivalent of an acid trip inside a philosophy class. A bunch of high school students suddenly get teleported to another dimension where the laws of reality make zero sense. One guy can bend gravity, another creates copies, someone else turns invisible, and nobody knows what's happening. It's weird, it's beautiful, it's Sonny Boy. Every episode feels like a puzzle. 1 minute you're questioning society, the next you're questioning your GPA. The show throws symbolism at you like it's allergic to logic, but that's the point. It's not meant to be understood easily. It's a bold, mind-bending experience that critics adored, but the average viewer dropped because nothing made sense. Well, guess what? That's the beauty. Sonny Boy isn't here to spoon-feed you. It's here to mess with your head, and I respect that energy. Number 7, Wonder Egg Priority. Looking at number 7, Wonder Egg Priority, the anime that asked, what if magical girls tackled mental health and trauma beautifully? At first glance, it looks like a pastel fever dream, cute girls saving others from nightmares. But under the gorgeous colours lies one of the most emotionally raw stories in anime. Every egg represents a girl who died by suicide, and our protagonist, Ai, literally fights monsters born from their pain. Yeah, it's heavy, but it's powerful. The art direction is stunning, the symbolism is layered, and the soundtrack? Absolute mood. The only downfall is that the ending fumbled harder than a shonen filler arc. Still, the ride there is so mesmerizing, you forgive it. If you like Madoka Magica but want something even more psychological, this is your jam. Just keep tissues ready. Number 6, Call of the Night. At number 6, we've got Call of the Night, the most stylish insomnia trip you'll ever experience. It's about a bored kid Ko who meets Nazuna, a vampire with enough swagger to make Alucard blush. Instead of the usual romance fluff, this anime dives into loneliness, identity, and nighttime freedom with neon-drenched vibes and lo-fi energy. Every frame looks like an album cover. The soundtrack? Straight playlist material. And the chemistry between Ko and Nazuna? Electric. It's not about love, it's about escaping boredom and finding meaning when the world feels empty. It's the chill aesthetic anime you watch at 2 a.m, when you're too tired for shonen battles but too awake to sleep. Call of the Night deserves way more hype. It's basically a midnight vibe check-in anime form. Number 5, 86. 86. Crashing into number 5, 86. 86. A mecha series that punches you in the gut and then makes you thank it. At first, it looks like standard sci-fi war stuff, nations fighting with drones, yada yada, but then you realise the drones are piloted by oppressed humans treated as disposable. Brutal, right? The emotional storytelling, political themes, and character relationships are chef's. Wait, no filler words. They're just perfect. Lena and Shin's bond, the heartbreaking missions, the stunning direction, everything hits. It's not just about robots, it's about racism, loss, and dignity. If Code Geass Attack on Titan had a baby raised on sadness and metal, it would be 86. And yes, it'll destroy you emotionally, but in a good way. Number 4, Hell's Paradise. Sliding in at number 4, Hell's Paradise. Or as I like to call it, Demon Slayer's violent cousin who doesn't get enough invites to family reunions. This show throws convicts and executioners onto a mysterious island full of monsters, magic, and nightmare fuel. Gabimaru, our ninja protagonist, just wants to reunite with his wife, but first, he has to survive a buffet of death. Mappa went all in on the visuals. The fights are crisp, the designs are nightmare-tier gorgeous, and the story keeps twisting harder than a shonen villain's monologue. It's philosophical and brutal, like a beautiful painting that punches you. If you're tired of clean, predictable fantasy, Hell's Paradise is your chaos fix. It's gore, beauty, and emotion rolled into one wild trip. Number 3, Astra Lost in Space. Floating at number 3, Astra Lost in Space, the best sci-fi mystery anime nobody watched. A group of students get stranded in space after a field trip gone wrong, classic anime problem, and they have to survive while uncovering a massive conspiracy. Think Among Us meets Lost in Space, but with actual writing. The pacing is tight, the twists are satisfying, and the character development, shockingly good. Each member of the crew has real depth, no generic comic relief here. It's wholesome, thrilling, and surprisingly emotional. The big reveal at the end, absolute 10-10-10 payoff. If you want a space adventure that feels like an intelligent puzzle rather than just laser battles, Astra Lost in Space is your hidden treasure. Number 2, Ousama Ranking, Ranking of Kings. Marching in at number 2, Ousama Ranking, or as I call it, the anime that looks like a kid's show but emotionally destroys adults. Boji, our tiny deaf prince, is mocked and underestimated, but his heart and courage outshine everyone. This isn't just a fantasy tale, it's a masterclass in empathy, storytelling, and character writing. The art style might fool you, it's soft, storybook-like, but beneath that lies one of the most emotionally rich narratives in years. Boji's journey from weakness to greatness will make you cheer, cry, and maybe hug your pillow. It's a pure, inspiring masterpiece that reminds us strength isn't about muscles, it's about willpower. Number 1. Mushoku Tensei Jobless Reincarnation. Finally topping the list, Mushoku Tensei Jobless Reincarnation, the isekai that basically invented modern isekai and still does it better than half the genre. Rudius may start as a loser reborn into a magic-filled world, but his journey is one of genuine growth, failure, and redemption. It's messy, honest, and deeply human. The world building is chef level. Sorry, no filler words, but seriously, it's rich and alive. Every character feels real, every moment hits. It's not about OP powers, it's about how people change. And the animation, smooth enough to make your screen blush. Some people dropped it early, but trust me, stick with it. You'll see why it's a masterpiece in disguise. And there you have it, 12 overlooked anime that deserve the spotlight before 2026 rolls in. Which one's your hidden favourite? Drop your pick in the comments, hit that like button harder than a shonen punch, and subscribe for more anime breakdowns that keep it real funny and absolutely unapologetic. See you next time, legends.